the Royal Knights, holy warriors of the god Jesmon. They are the greatest security of the digital world and are perhaps the most common faction used throughout the franchise. Often many wonder and argue who's the strongest in the group, which usually fluctuates between Omegamon X, Alphamon, and even sometimes Xamon. But it has become very clear who is the strongest now, and will likely be that way for some time. I will explain. Jesmon is a member of the Royal Knights and student of Gankumon, and under the care of two sistermon. Though a student and often seen as in training, he would still be far above the average Ultimate Digimon, and on par with the Royal Knights. Reading a bit from the official profiles on his forms, Jesmon has 3 blades. They are essentially named after the 3 musketeers. They can move and act independently. However, in X form, all the blades awaken and are unified as a single tactical arm, giving rise to new battle style that is aimed at all directions, not leaving a single point untouched. In Jesmon's final form, Jesmon GX, the Unlimited Gauntlet, which is now its main weapon. It's a piece of equipment used for both offense and defense that switches between its respective sword, knuckle, and shield modes depending on the situation. For Jesmon GX, the tactical arms have turned into a winged-shaped energy construct by evolving further, and its flight capabilities has also increased rapidly. In its arms, it unleashes a subliminal combo attack that succeeds Gankumon's secret technique, Senkin Mipa. Its final secret technique is Jesmon GX itself, becoming the vessel for its Knight's Intruder, the 14th ultimate battle blade that should not exist. By concentrating the energy of the Royal Knights, turning into an offensive judgment sword that instantly erases the opponent no matter how strong they are. Now going over the power and feats of Royal Knights, Dynasmon's Wyvern technique blew up a portion of a moon and could be seen from space. His strongest attack was a threat to the digital world itself. Jesmon should be comparable to Dukemon, who is a digital hazard, who in one instance was a threat to both the digital world and real world. Digital world being a layered multiverse. Jesmon and other knights easily shrugged off casual attacks from Jesmon, the host computer who is often referred to as the god of the digital world. In Digimon Tri, he looked to be on par with Alphamon, who is consistently shown to be very strong in the franchise, assisting in defeating Drazel twice. Like other knights, he unlocked the X-antobodies, which grants him a tremendous boost in power, putting him above base Royal Knights and Demon Lords, excluding Alphamon, who is a natural carrier of the X-antobodies, making him comparable to their X versions and likely comparable to Jesmon. The great demon lords are a primal factor in the Digiverse, or another way to put it is they are a fundamental part of the universe, representing the concepts of the 7 deadly sins, meaning they are conceptual entities in the Digiverse which has an infinite multiverse with possibly infinite timelines and higher dimensions. The demon lord Lucimon almost destroyed both the real and digital world, and is said to be comparable to God. Jesmon X and Jesmon GX should also be far above the fallen angel Bargramon, who fused parts of his body with Drazel's Tree of Information, and was shown to be easily above the power of the demon lord Lilithmon. Should be above Bargramon with the Code Crown, who could create D5, something that in short leads to the destruction of all worlds, destroys all dimensions, and fuses them, putting all of time-space under his control. Jesmon X fought on par with multiple great demon lords with X-antobodies. Later the demon lords would fuse into another powerful Digimon, the Aboromon X, making them even more powerful. Then they all fused together into Agudamon X, creating such a power creep that likely any one Digimon would be helpless against his power. And this led to Gankumon's sacrifice, evolving Jesmon X into Jesmon GX, a entity that could overpower Agudamon X. This form would be far beyond the likes of Homeostasis and Jesmon. Homostasis is a god that resides in a dimension beyond time-space and a super dimension. Yggdrasil, whose world he created, the Chronal, or heaven, that resides atop Mount Infinity, a boundless dimension of 100 to infinitely higher dimensional floors, each being of infinite size. Now even Omegamon X was able to hurt and defeat Yggdrasil. The other demon lords with X-antobodies should be comparable, and Lucemon X alone was said to surpass God. Now, Jesmon GX needed the power of the Royal Knights to truly defeat the fused demon lords. So I can't say he's the strongest Digimon, but it leaves no question he is the strongest Royal Knight by leaps and bounds. If you're wondering why and how they chose Mr. Jesmon to be this powerful, well, it was likely a reference to a collector's comic where we see Gankumon and Hackmon face Ogudamon. So, overall, in terms of attack potency, either hyperversal or high hyperversal. Well, tell me what you think, and please remember to like, sub, and hit the bell. Later.